Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. So today's video is basically on highlighters. Recently I have purchased so many new highlighters and most of them are like high-end or mid-range category, and I felt like I needed to do a separate video talking about these highlighters, swatching and doing a demo or something like that. So if you guys are interested to know my thoughts on these new current high-end highlighter favorites I have, then please continue watching. Okay guys, let's get started. So today's video is mainly going to be on these high-end highlighters. I have 6 of them in front of me and I'm not going to talk about any affordable dupes in this video, but surely I will come back with something like a dupes video where you can see some affordable dupes for these high-end highlighters I'm talking about today. But in this video I'm going to mainly focus on these 6 highlighters. I will show you swatches on my arms. I will do a little bit of comparison between them, and I will also try to show them on my face as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. So let's quickly begin. So the first highlighter which I'm going to talk about today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter, and this is all the rage right now. This is a limited edition product. The main attraction of this highlighter is obviously the packaging and how the highlighter has been pressed. As you can see, there are like some ridges and it looks really pretty. It's a very beautifully packaged highlighter and I really like the quality of the packaging, and the highlighter itself is also really pretty. It's described as a light golden kind of a highlighter, like a muted golden highlighter with some champagne undertone, and it will suit a lot of skin tones. I have seen some YouTubers who are fair to medium, they have also loved this highlighter, and I have seen some YouTubers who are like my skin tone, a little bit deeper than me, they have also loved this highlighter. So I think this is a very universally flattering tone because it's a light muted gold shade. I think this will suit a lot of skin tones. The texture of this highlighter is really smooth. It's just buttery smooth and you get a very nice pigmentation. I'll just do a loose swatch here. I will show you much better swatches in the video, but this is how the highlighter looks and it looks really nice. It's not subtle in by no means. It's a pretty intense highlighter. So today I'm not wearing any kind of highlighter and I'm planning to demo all the highlighters on my face. So first one, let's just try the Amrezy highlighter. I'm using this brush. It's the Wet n Wild P75 brush. I'll try to use this brush for all the highlighters and we'll see how it goes. And I will be cleaning this brush in between with a brush cleaner and on a cloth and everything, so that the highlighter brush is clean for you to see the shade properly. I'll take a very tiny amount. I've just taken like a slight amount and highlight away. As you can see, just a tiny bit will just give you a very intense glow, so you have to be really careful with this. So this is like a good highlighter for some kind of event, parties where you feel like you need some of that really intense glow. So this is the highlighter, and yeah, that's too much. Just with a tiny bit you get such intensity, and as you can see, it really flatters my skin tone as well. It just blends in completely. So that's the ABH Amrezy highlighter for you guys. I usually apply a really tiny amount and get a little less intense highlight than this, but I really like the texture and quality. It's really good. If you want to invest in this highlighter, I would say go for it. Some of you had asked me on my Instagram that how is this highlighter compared to the Champagne Pop from Becca. So let me quickly show you a swatch of this highlighter compared to the Becca highlighters, Champagne Pop and Opal. Let's start off with Amrezy first. This is the ABH Amrezy highlighter. As you can see, it's a pretty golden, like a light golden champagne kind of a highlight, but it has a lot of gold undertone. This one is also a champagne highlight, but it has a lot of more peach undertone to it. Very peachy gold champagne highlight. And this one is the mini Becca Opal, and this one is also like a champagne peachy highlight, but it is a little bit more deeper than the Champagne Pop, just a tiny bit. Very little difference between both of them if on my skin tone, frankly. So here you have Amrezy highlighter. I'm not taking too much, I just did one single swipe. This one is Champagne Pop, also a single swipe. As you can see, the Champagne Pop is a little bit more peachy golden. Next we have Opal. This is Opal. And yeah, not a lot of difference between Opal and Champagne Pop. I would still say Champagne Pop is a little bit more peachy, at least to the naked eye here. But I think all the three highlighters have a golden undertone. I just did one more layer of the Amrezy highlighter to show you. Okay guys, let's move on to the next highlighter. So I have Amrezy on this side of my face. This side I'm going to demo the next highlighter. So I just cleaned up my brush so that you can see the actual shade. Next I have a Bonnie Lou Manizer highlighter, and I have already done a full video on this highlighter, so I will link that video also in the description box if you want to check out a full complete review. This is also a really good highlighter, one of my favorites currently. I reach for this highlighter a lot. If you are someone who is of my skin tone, then I will highly recommend this highlighter. So this is how the highlighter shade is. It's like a gold champagne shade if I have to compare this with my Amrezy. So this is how both the highlighters will compare. So Amrezy, as you can see, it's a little bit light gold, and this one is a more golden, more deeper gold. So I think if you're close to my skin tone, tan, deep skin tone, this one will suit you much better. And this one is not that intense as the Amrezy at one go. This one you can build it up, you can also apply it subtly. So that's why I really like this highlighter. If you apply a little bit, then this also looks really pretty, and you can obviously build this up as well. So let me swatch this on this side of my face. The brush is clean, and I'm taking quite a bit actually, but I don't take so much. This is how Bonnie Lou Manizer is. As you can see, this is more golden. I think the difference is quite prominent, that this side is more intense, more stark, and this side is a little bit more blended into my skin. It's more golden. I hope you can tell. I hope this is useful. So this is how Bonnie Lou Manizer is. I really love this highlighter. Okay, so those are the two highlighters, Amrezy and Bonnie Lou Manizer. Now I'll just go and rub all of this off and be right back for the next highlighters. Okay guys, I'm back. So I basically redid my face makeup, like the cheek portion of it. So yeah, now my face is clean. There is no highlighter, just a little bit of bronzer and blush. Now let's talk about my next two highlighter favorites, and I think these are like my top most favorite highlighters of all time, and these are the Jouer highlighters. I have two of them, and these are the two highlighters I'm talking about. I just love the feel and the look of these highlighters. The packaging is just so beautiful. These are like mirror finish packaging. As you can see, you'll be able to see my camera and everything, and it's just very sleek, and they are really beautiful. I will be doing a full detailed review of this on my blog, so not going to talk too much about this. The first highlighter which I had got from this Jouer powder highlighter line was this one called the Skinny Dip highlighter, and I loved it so much that I really wanted to try another shade, and that's why I got the Topaz shade. These are like really smooth highlighters. This is how the Skinny Dip highlighter looks like. This is, I would say, it's a light to medium, like a peachy coppery highlight, like a really warm highlight which has some peachy pink golden undertone. Really beautiful highlighter. I think this is also very suitable for all kind of skin tones. It has hints of pink, hints of gold, some coppery tones, and has some peachy tones. So this is a really beautiful highlighter. I think this was limited edition, so I'm not really sure if this is available still. And this one, which is the shade Topaz, this is also really beautiful. The finish and all, the texture is very similar to the previous one, very smooth and goes on very beautifully on the skin. And this one is more like a warm golden highlight, more like a golden coppery kind of a deeper gold highlight. So if I have to compare these two highlighters, as you can see, they look mirror. Yeah, so if I have to compare these two highlighters, as you can see, Topaz is a little bit deeper, like it will really suit tan complexions, and Skinny Dip, I think it will suit a lot of complexions. Medium to tan complexions can also go for this one. Let's go ahead and swatch these on my cheeks. So first let me swatch Topaz. So I'll take a little bit, just a little bit, not too much. This one also can be built up. You can wear it as a subtle highlight and you can build this up. As you can see, this is like not as intense as the Amrezy highlighter or even the Bonnie Lou Manizer, but I applied too much of the Bonnie Lou Manizer. This is not that intense, you definitely need to build up. So this is a very good quality of these Jouer highlighters. If you want a subtle highlight, you can actually apply a tiny bit and you will get a more natural highlighted look, and these can be easily built up as well. Now let me quickly clean this brush and I will apply skinny dip on this side. Let's do skinny dip on this side. And the skinny dip highlighter definitely goes on a little bit more like contrasting to my skin tone, I would say. Little bit more intense because it's a little bit lighter than this one, I feel. But I think both look really good on my skin tone. And this highlighter also, the skinny dip one, is possible to apply subtly. You just apply a little bit, you'll get a more natural glowy cheek kind of a finish. This one is Topaz, really beautiful. And skinny dip, if you are someone deeper tan, I will highly recommend the shade Topaz. It just blends into my skin. And yeah, the skinny dip one is also really nice. It's a little bit more peachy, so it will suit more skin tones, I feel. But yeah, if you're close to my skin tone, skinny dip is also great. So those were the Jouer highlighters. I have 2 more highlighters left. Let me wipe this off and come right back. I think I've forgotten to apply some blush. Never mind, let me just quickly apply something. Whatever was there in this blush brush, I applied. Now I have 2 more highlighters. This one is from Raine, and this is their focal point glow lighters, and I have the shade Selfie. So this focal point glow highlighter are like really intense. I got this from the Raine website and my sister had got this for me. So if you're looking for really intense highlighters, these are really intense. So yeah, if you are someone who wants some subtle highlight, I wouldn't really recommend these, but they are so smooth. They are just a buttery smooth formula. So this one, which is called Selfie, I will show you a close-up now. This is how this highlighter looks. This is more of a light peachy highlighter. It has some orangey undertone to it. Like if I move the highlighter, you'll be able to see properly. And it's quite warm. It has a nice yellow undertone. So this is also really flattering on my skin tone. As I already mentioned, the highlighter is just so smooth. And you get 8 grams of product, a whole lot of product, double than what you get in the Jouer highlighters. This is vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, gluten-free, talc-free. So yeah, a lot of good things. So I have a clean brush. I just cleaned this one up and I will apply a very tiny bit. I will take the same amount I was taking for the other highlighters, and you can see how intense this is. So this is more of a peachy, you can I think I can see on the mirror here, it's more of a peachy warm yellow highlighter. So I think it will be more suitable for tan complexion, deeper complexions. Like it's quite yellow, I can see in the mirror, I don't know if you can tell. So this is also really nice. It has hints of gold, peachiness to it. Very similar to the other highlighters, I feel. Let me know if you guys feel there is a difference in the highlighters I'm showing you, because on the skin, honestly, there is not much difference. You won't be able to tell that much. Okay, next let's go on to the Too Faced one. Now this is one highlighter which I will say is more of a subtle highlighter than all the others I showed you today. So if you're looking for some subtle highlights, something which will give you a more of a inner nice natural glow kind of a highlight, then I think this is a good one. There are 2 parts to this, as you can see. Oh, by the way, this is the warm glow. There are 2 shades, pink glow and warm glow, I think. So I have the shade warm glow. Here you have a muted gold shade here, and this one is like a peachy pink with some golden undertones. Both the highlighters are pretty nice on my skin tone. You can apply both of them together. I usually apply this one, the peachy one. It gives a nice natural one, so I'll just show you the peachy one. Let me apply it on this side of my cheek. So I took the same amount I've taken for the other highlighters, more or less the same amount. And as you can see, it's a really natural highlighter. So look at this side, intense, glowing to the gods. and this side is much more subtle and natural. So if you're looking something like this, something subtle, something natural, and this one also blends right into the skin, you can build this up as well. But even when you build this one up, it doesn't look that intense. It looks pretty wearable, pretty natural. So I love this highlighter as well, the Too Faced Candlelight Glow highlighters. As you can see, very subtle and soft highlighter. So those were the 6 highlighters. Next I will show you swatches of all the highlighters compared side by side so that you can see the difference. But just want to mention that if I have to wear something on a regular basis, like on an everyday basis, I think this one is good. The Too Faced Candlelight Glow, they are really nice. They can be worn subtly as well. The Bonnie Lou Manizer also can be worn subtly. If you don't apply too much, this is a really beautiful highlight on my skin tone. And the Jouer Topaz is also a current favorite of mine, which looks really nice on my skin tone. If you're someone who is of my skin tone and are looking for subtle highlighters which can be built up to a more intense level, I think these 3 are good. But if you want to glow to the gods, if you like intense highlighters, these 3 are good. Like, these can be built up. But Anastasia, Beverly Hills, definitely intense on my skin tone. The Jouer Skinny Dip also quite intense on my skin tone. Really love the formula. And the Color Raine Selfie highlighter also is really intense. So yeah, now let's go ahead and see the swatches of all the highlighters side by side. So first let's take a look at Amrezy. It's a light golden color, as I already mentioned. So I'll swatch it here. So it's a very stark light gold color. Let's take a look at Bonnie Lou Manizer, which is more golden. So here is Bonnie Lou Manizer. Definitely more golden and has a lot of warm undertone to it. Then let's take a look at the 2 Jouer highlighters. I'll swatch Skinny Dip first. Skinny Dip is an interesting highlighter, as I already mentioned. It has like hints of gold, pink, champagne. This is also a really pretty one, very similar to Bonnie, I feel. And then let's take a look at Topaz here. And this is also a warm sort of a highlight. It's a gold shade. There is Topaz. So here are the 4 shades so far. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but there is a tiny bit of difference between all the 4 shades. The next one I will swatch is this one called Selfie from Color Raine. And this is also a very orangey sort of a highlight. It's a peachy orange highlight, something different from the rest. Last but not the least, let's swatch the 2 Too Faced highlighters. So first let me swatch this white one, rather the champagne one. So that's like a golden champagne-y sort of a color. And obviously I took a lot of it to show you the intensity. And next let's swatch the peach side of it. Here you go, here it is. That's how the peach side looks like. More golden and more peachy. Okay guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. I really hope that this was helpful. Do you need so many highlighters? Probably not. So I really hope that this video helped you in deciding in some way. And I still have different intensity highlighters on my face, so I better go and even things out. If you like this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That really helps my channel. And also, if you're watching me for the first time, I really hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching me today. I will see you guys really soon in my next video. Bye.